Meghan Markle's dad's in hospital in intensive care, going through a horrific time with his health, to the point where he's had to have his leg amputated. So how do you think the Sussex squad has reacted to all of this? You think they're showing any kindness or compassion? Don't hold your breath. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness, yeah. Let's jump into this madness, shall we, because Meghan Markle's father, Thomas Markle Sr., he's in intensive care at the moment, going through an absolute horrific time with his health, to the point where he's had to have his leg amputated. All my good vibes and thoughts at the moment going towards Thomas Markle Sr. and the whole of the family. This is the thing though. How do you think the Sussex squad's reacted to all of this? You think they're showing the same kindness and compassion? Not a freaking chance. This is absolutely horrific. Meg's fans have officially got worse. If you think they couldn't get any worse, they have done. Now, according to Meghan's mole on X, the Sussex squad are claiming first and foremost that Thomas Markle Sr. isn't in a Philippines hospital because his cover says UC Med. Yeah, I shit you not. Meghan's mole reporting Sussex squads are claiming Thomas Markle Sr. isn't in the hospital in the Philippines because his cover says UC Med. If Meghan's Sussex squad fan base had 2 brain cells, a simple search would tell you he's in the UC Med University of Cebu Medical Center, not the University of California Medicine. Effing morons just like Meghan. And yeah, they are morons, just like Megsy. Because the Philippines hospital that Thomas Markle Sr. is staying in has even confirmed to the press that he's freaking there, right? Saying Mr. Markle is a VIP patient. Of course, we all know who he is. If Meghan or anyone connected with her had called here, we would have known. It's a big hospital by Filipino standards. But we all know each other and we all talk. We were all confused when we saw the story that Megsy had reached out to her dad. As far as we're aware, it didn't happen. We'd love to see the Duchess here in the Philippines. And for the Sussex squad, right? If that somehow isn't enough for them, right? Yeah, we found out the exact hospital that he's at. Here you go. The exact hospital that he's at. We found it. We've even located the phone number of the hospital as well. So for them to turn around and say, he's not even in a hospital in the Philippines, that's absolute freaking madness. But if you think that's the worst, right, of what the Sussex squad has been saying about Thomas Markle Sr., that he's not in a hospital in the Philippines, sadly, you are mistaken. They've got worse. They've become worse. Let me show you, right? So here, thanks to Fire It Up on X, sharing this, Zandy Sussex, I won't put it past bad dad to chop off a healthy leg for the right amount of money. That's how evil and money hungry that man is. No words. No words. Where's the kindness and compassion for Meg's father going through this horrific time with his health at the moment? There is none. Instead, they doubt that he's in a Philippines hospital in the first place. And they turn round and they're like, we even doubt that his leg needed to be chopped off. We think he chopped off a healthy leg for the clicks, the clout, the money, whatever. Who thinks like this? Seriously. I am glad. I am thankful that there is no one in my life that I know of, right, that thinks like this. Because if there is, they're out. Goodbye, sayonara, shut the freaking front door on the way out. No time for these kind of peoples in my life. No time whatsoever. A Beaner SLH44 at the bottom here. Zandy, this thought's been roaming around my head, and here you are. They're even agreeing with each other on this madness. Here we've got Stephanie Sidley sharing this, asking, is this true? Are they actually saying this? Do they actually believe this? Erica Christine 09, don't ask me about none of those Markles, especially senior. Cut his legs off, cut his arms off. Better yet, cut his tongue that speaks against his daughter and talks to racists every day who continuously ABUSES her. My conscience is clear, I'll sleep good at night, and so will Megsy. This is vile. This is vile. They're not happy that Thomas Markle Sr. horrifically had to make the decision for the doctors to chop off his leg to save his life. They'd be happy if they just chopped off all his limbs. Quite literally, this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying. And think about it. As you're reading this, as I'm telling you, the vile things that the Sussex squad are saying about Thomas Markle Sr. right now, whilst he's in a Filipino hospital, right? Ask yourself this question. Where's Megsy in this? Where is her public condemnation for what the Sussex squad are saying in her name, in her defence? These are her fans in her backyard saying these vile things about her dad. What the shiz biscuit is this? Why isn't she saying anything? Why isn't she publicly condemning this? But wait, guys. Sickeningly, there's more. Here, Monique and NYC on X. This is disgusting. Demented, washed Sussex squad are the lowest form of life. Based on what they're saying here, I'd certainly agree. Marie, what a despicable racist man. He's just a sperm donor. No real father would treat his own flesh and blood like garbage and cooperate with the same corrupt system who dehumanise her 24/7. Now, that comment personally makes me angry on so many freaking levels it's untrue. Why? Because I call my biological father a sperm donor. And for good freaking reason. Now, he's not the monster, okay, that I've spoken about in the past. But my biological father was a very violent man. And I'll just leave it at that. My mother did the best thing that she could do for myself and my brother, having the strength and the courage to leave my biological father. Best believe. I've changed my last name. That is how much I despise and hate my biological father. And best believe, I have a very, very good freaking reason as to why I call him a sperm donor and nothing more, and nothing more than that. He's just a sperm donor, that's it. What justification has Megsy's followers got then to call her father a sperm donor? I've got justification. I can comfortably say my biological father is a sperm donor. Nothing more. I call him biological father. I don't call him dad. I don't call him father. Biological father, that is it. It's It's a technicality. That's all it is right now. And forever and ever and ever, amen, it'll stay that way. But what justification does Meg's fans have simply calling her dad a sperm donor? Because from everything I've read, yeah, when it comes to Megsy and how Thomas Markle Sr. brought her up, he gave her everything. He gave her the start in life that she needed to where she is now, to get to where she is now. Put her through college, put her through school, raised her, got her introduced into Hollywood set, right? All that malarkey. And Megsy's fans have the gall to simply reduce him to a sperm donor. Again, I've got justification to call my own biological father a sperm donor. Best freaking believe. Megsy's fans, as far as I'm concerned, don't have that justification, right? This is freaking disgusting. This is vile. Where is Megsy? Why ain't she publicly condemning this vileness from her own backyard? Vivian Taylor, so what? They amputated his leg. Still no reason for Megsy to contact him, period. There are many veterans out there with limbs missing. No, Thomas Markle ain't special. Pity they couldn't amputate his gob. What the hell? This is another level of evil here. It really, really is. And whether they like it or not, Thomas Markle Sr. is different from the rest of the veterans who have lost their limbs. Why? Because the rest of the veterans that Vivian Taylor is referencing here isn't related to Megsy. Thomas Markle Sr. is. You know, family's still worth something. Blood relation is still worth something. Leela at the bottom, that person is no longer Meghan's father. He lost that role when he became greedy and teamed up with Meghan's haters to destroy her. We don't want anything to do. Do you know what? Megsy needs to have that mentality, but when it comes to Sussex Squad, Megsy needs to have nothing to do with the Sussex Squad. Her silence is deafening. Because this is nothing new from the Sussex Squad when it comes to their vile posts. It's just got worse. In the past, Megsy and Hazza have been urged to condemn the Sussex Squad publicly, and they haven't. And to my knowledge, Megsy has not come out and publicly condemned any of these new vile posts that the Sussex Squad have been putting up about her dad. And this is the thing. If Megsy and Hazza haven't condemned them in the past, I fail to see any condemnation from Hazza and Megsy towards the Sugars now in the face of these new vile tweets from the Sugars about Thomas Markle Sr. This is one of the reasons why people do not trust Megsy and Hazza for all their work, right, against combating online bullying and harassment. Isn't it curious, right, that they don't tackle this when it's happening in their name, in their own backyard, by their own supporters? So, for all the reports, right, of Megsy allegedly contacting her father and trying to find out where he is, it's somewhat meaningless. Whilst Megsy, as far as I'm concerned, refuses to publicly condemn the Sussex Squad for the vile things they're saying about her dad in her name right now. Right now. Because I tell you something, if I was in that position and those vile things were being said about my mum, for example, I would so be going publicly on that and condemning every single vile person. Why isn't Megsy doing the same? Why is she staying silent? over the Sussex squad's vile posts about her dad that they're saying in her name, in her defence? Curious question, right? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to the Sussex squad's new vile post about Megsy's dad? I think they're unforgivable. I think they are absolutely vile, and it's a new low for the Sussex squad. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.